Welcome to the Story Alice's podcast. My name is Chris, and I'm joined by my good friend. Say what's up, dude.
Hey, what's up, Christian? Your good friend Pierre Laguerre. We've known each other for way too long.
And this is a podcast where we discuss interesting and thought provoking shows. For this episode, we're going to be talking about The Last of Us, specifically HBO's The Last of Us TV show. Um, and to give a little bit of context, um, I have played The Last of Us Part 1 video game about 7 times now. And I played The Last of Us Part 2 video game about 2 times. And I enjoyed every millisecond of these two experiences. Um, and pretty much any piece of media out there that exists for this story. So, any podcasts, any interviews, I've consumed damn near all of it, I'm pretty sure. And I've digested it and I've appreciated it on the deepest level that I possibly can. But, Pierre, you going into The Last of Us, what did you know about the story, I guess, to set things?
Yeah, honestly, do like nothing at all because I don't really play video games like that. I only play FIFA. But since I've heard, it's about like zombies. It's like post-apocalyptic, basically same as not same. I don't want to like downplay it. I heard it's like similar to what's the current show that like flopped with the zombies, The Walking Dead.
The
The Walking
Walking
Dead,
Dead.
yeah. Yeah, I heard some things about that. I heard the imagery is pretty sick. Like it mimics the game. And you sent me a few clips of the game like months ago,
Did
like when you were
did.
when you used to play it.
Hopefully you
And
forgot it
yeah,
though.
so far it's um no, I don't think there were any spoilers. It was more of just the graphic, and I think it was like a forest or something that the characters were walking through.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was pretty vivid, very visceral. There's no way I could have forgotten that. but yeah, it's going in. I was not an expert in The Last of Us as you are. You've definitely like you play the games. Like, if there were mangas for this, if this was an anime, you probably have read it.
Oh yeah, there's a comic book. I read that too for The Last of Us. So,
Seriously,
yeah, yeah. It
damn. The number one thing that's pretty dope though that you've told me this because I was not aware is that the person who wrote the video game is also involved in the writing of the show.
right,
Like,
yeah. Neil Druckmann. That's his name.
and that's pretty dope because that way you can't really like you can't get anything like wrong or off because it's that's the same person. That's actually a
Right.
pretty nice touch.
Right. Yeah, and that's because being such a super fan of this story, of course there's a lot of trepidation and worry coming into like watching a TV show because it's like live
Are they gonna do it
action.
justice? Yeah.
Yeah, like shows that are transferred from different mediums, uh, to TV, they don't always get the best rep or the best.
That is true.
So
Yeah, I've yet to hear one where it's like where the live action was like cohesive enough to like be parallel to the writing. Like
yeah,
I've heard this about 50 Shades of Grey, I've heard this about Game of Thrones, I've heard
hmm
this about the Maze Runner.
right.
Yeah,
hmm
people that read the books are like, dude, it's like the book did not do this justice at all. That she was supposed to be like this. They went into more detail in the book about that. So
hmm
it's nice that this one person it's him. Like that's his baby that he's bringing to life. So he
Right.
knows exactly how to make everything just yeah, that's a good touch actually. Now, did they bring him in for this or he just had the idea to turn this into a live action TV show?
So okay, so from what I remember, Sony was looking to make one of their games into a TV show.
Okay.
Um, and the Last of Us came up in that conversation. Um, but to be honest, I don't really remember how the whole process went. but I do know that like at one point they were thinking of making it a movie, but they decided that that was a bad idea because the story is just too intricate. That
They couldn't condense it. Right. I
yeah,
understand.
definitely can't condense it into like an hour and 30 minutes.
That
So
makes sense. That makes sense. Well, dude, so far it's pretty good, man.
yeah,
This is actually pretty good.
we're one episode in. So okay, let's get right into it, dude, because I want to know
All right.
what you think of this show.
Oh,
So I guess first off, overall impressions. You said it. You think it's pretty good, right? Is there
yeah.
any other thoughts that kind of um, like preliminary thoughts you have before we get into like the meat and potatoes of it?
Well, for starters, like, dude, I'm big on like details and just I guess if a plot's like intricate or so stories being told well, and the
Mm-hmm.
attention grabber, like that first scene of
Mm-hmm.
episode one, like that
Mm-hmm.
1968 like talk show,
Mm-hmm.
like that dude, I texted you right after. I was like, dude, Christian, holy shit. It's like like goosebumps about this shit. And
Yeah.
what's crazy is this is actually true, man. Like one of my coworkers sent me this thing on Instagram where to basically to echo what the guy was saying, if a fungus can, if they can live inside of a human's body, if what if the earth did get warmer? And there's this video on Instagram of like an insect, literally what he said too. He took the example of how a fungus can like inhabit an insect's body and keep it alive, but at the same time eating it. Dude, there's like an exact video on Instagram of a dead insect that's like a zombie insect is what they call it. Just
Y-
because I think a fungus is in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so that I think that's called the cordyceps virus, right? Maybe if you saw it.
Honestly,
Um,
I did not see the title, just the video.
because
But I was
that
like, damn.
yeah, that virus inspired The Last of Us. Like it's the same virus that you saw that turns an ant into like that zombie-ish creature.
Right.
That is the same virus that they're using in the Last of Us story. And they just kind of said, what if this virus, instead of affecting ants, it affected humans instead?
Okay.
So
Hmm.
yeah, it's a real virus out there that that causes ants to go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was perfect. I've there's been shows, whether it's slow or not, like if the plot is captivating, I will sit through it. But
Mm-hmm.
this, like just that first scene, he's like, great. And even the talk show host getting like upset. It's like, hey man, what great. So it's not bacteria, it's not virus. He's like, no, it's none of that. It's fungus. Fungi. And then he gets into it. Yo. It's like, dude, and then bring on these drugs. That's another
Mm,
thing that's crazy. Like
right.
LSD, penicillin, that can alter your mind, bro.
Yeah,
Like, damn.
and the specific and the way that they were wording it too, I thought it was so
Right.
brilliantly succinct. Like
Oh,
they were
no, I
saying,
freaking I love this actor.
yeah, yeah, because they were saying things like the fungus floods an ant's mind with hallucinogens, bending it to
Mm-hmm.
its will. They
Yeah.
were saying,
Like a puppet. He said basically like a puppet. He literally mentioned that.
yeah,
It's like
right,
a marionette. Marionette, I think is what he said.
yeah, and then he was going on to say like if this ever went to humans, it's like billions of puppets with poisoned
Ooh.
minds permanently fixed on one unifying goal. Right? I think he goes on to say, um, like that one unifying goal is to spread the infection to every last
Of
human alive
course.
by any means
Yeah.
necessary. Ah,
Damn. And then the ending would lose, bro.
yeah,
He's like,
and
and
then we
when that
lose,
happened, would lose.
and then it's just like the ominous music in the background, and then it just cuts to
Oh,
black.
yeah.
Loved that transition. It was
No, he's
great.
such a good actor, man. Dude, in Spartacus, same like charisma, like freaking Chuck Rhodes from Billions,
Mm.
or just the Mummy, Jonathan. Well, he's like a thief in the Mummy, but like that actor, dude, he freaking. Oh my goodness, no, that was captivating. Even the audience, nobody said shit.
Just like a whole bunch of gasps. Like,
Right. Oh, and then they take us to 2003.
Right. Yeah, and
Damn.
that's another great thing about that cold open. I heard this in the Last of Us, like the official podcast, where basically they wanted to establish the fact that this virus didn't just come out of nowhere for the sake of making a TV show. Like they wanted to show that people were aware of the possibility that the cordyceps virus or any virus similar to it, or not virus, I think they call it a fungus, right?
Yeah.
The cordyceps fungus, uh, the threat of it existed a long time ago, and it just so happens that we're gonna film a point in time when this virus is causing a global pandemic, and I thought it was really cool, and that they were trying to establish that, like, this isn't just coming out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, but yeah,
No, that was actually pretty cool. Actually, just the timing was perfect
yeah,
because that's true. We're at the height of. I mean, COVID is dying down, but still, yeah, it's could not have been better actually because we're just coming from that, and it's no, the premise of this show definitely matches what's been going on with this world.
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ugh. So, 2003, man,
Yeah.
dude. All right, little details because dude, I'm freaking. When it comes to details, I don't know if they're going to bring this up. I don't know. It's only from like episode one anyway. His bumper sticker on his car. It was
Mm.
like combat veteran.
Yes.
So
Right.
I guess from me, I guess from what I've seen so far, right? Single father,
Mm-hmm.
live with like his daughter and his brother. They were construction because they were talking about like concrete that in order for the concrete for them to do it, there's a first screw that needs to come in. So if that first screw doesn't come in, they can't do their part. I mean, they don't get paid. It's like yeah, from what we're seeing, I'd say just from this first episode that his daughter's very like ahead of her time and mature as like a kid,
Mm.
like the way she like takes care of him. Like little thing, he picks up coffee and she's like, "No, orange juice. You need that more." Or noticing that his watch is not working and like getting it fixed to giving to him for his birthday. Like it's like damn. It's like a. I was like, wow, this is a very mature daughter, like who's very like careful and attentive to like her dad.
Mm.
So I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. Because even in school, right? Like that scene when she's about to get the watch fixed, she's like not paying attention at all. It's like because just this is her father's birthday, and she's like, great, I'm doing this for him. I'm thrilled. And like I don't know if she was aware too that. No, I think I might be getting ahead because again at that time, like after getting the watch fixed,
Mm-hmm.
something's going on, and the person that's fixing the watch, like his wife or daughter or sister, is like, "Great, you can't be here. You got to leave." She looked like kind of clueless. It's like, "Oh, I guess something's going on." Okay, and I'll go home. But yeah,
Mm.
beside from that, to not get deeper into like 2003, it was pretty good so far. Actually, like watching in, like seeing all these little details. I'm like, damn, this is all of this is like this is there for a reason. No, this is there for a reason. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
really liked it,
mean,
man.
one of the just to branch off your line of thinking there, um, the slow ramp up in the background of like things subtly happening to show that like there's something dangerous going on, right? Like
Yeah,
when the show starts off, when it's like Sarah is in the kitchen with her dad Joel, you hear on
yeah.
the radio there's something about um I forget their specific wording, but basically it was alluding to the
Mm-hmm.
fact that there was like a disease or something that was going on in another
Correct.
country. um
Right.
so that was the
In Asia.
yeah, in Asia. um so that was like the first instance of something happening in the background, and then after that This is something that I picked up on like a second watch through of the show. But in the classroom, do you remember when Sarah is writing something and then there's like a glare that crosses her arm, or like it kind of shows on her arm for a second? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You remember that?
Uh, no, I actually did not. I did not pick up on that.
Yeah.
I saw when she looked up and looked at the clock, at the quote, I think from Kennedy, the
Mhm.
time. What was it? Wait, I didn't catch it, but what was it?
Yeah, so there was this girl that she was sitting next to, and she had like a watch that was
Yes.
reflecting a light onto
Yeah,
Sarah's hand.
I remember
And
that.
yeah, and the light on Sarah's hand was kind of like jittering back and forth. And then
Hmm.
they pan the camera over to this girl, and you see her arm is kind of like shaking, like it's kind of like trembling, twitching. And then like as they pan over and show you this girl, the sound muffles, and then it transitions into like an ominous uh just like an ominous sound that's slowly building up, and then you can hear in the background somebody cough as well. And it just that scene, it felt
Hmm.
like they were showing that this girl who had the watch caught the infection, and she
Yeah.
was kind of like trembling. um
Oh.
yeah, and it's just it's incredible because I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit for a second. Later on in the show, um, when they show you that kid with the like sneakers, he walks into like
Yeah.
the entrance
Mm-hmm.
of the zone or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, they quickly show you a poster that kind of describes the time it takes for an infection to
Correct.
happen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
That's
like,
why. That's why the ending was shocking to me, actually. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. And they said that like if you basically the closer the bite is to the head, the quicker it is that you
the
get
easy.
infected.
Correct.
So
Which makes sense, actually. Yeah, because that's your nervous system. That's where your brain is, which control the functions of the remaining limbs in your body. Yeah,
right,
that makes perfect sense.
right.
But it was a bit long, actually. If it's on the foot, it's like I think it was like 24 to 42 hours, or if
12.
it's in the arm, it's like 6 to 8.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I
Something
was looking
like that.
for. But the head was like minutes. I think the head was.
10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which makes sense. It's like I know this is solely for a show, but this is those are logical times
Hmm. Yeah.
based off the body parts. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and then there was one poster that said like the time to infection. And then to the left of that poster, there was something describing the symptoms. And two of the symptoms were coughing and muscle spasms.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
in that classroom scene, you saw muscle spasms and you saw coughing.
Oh,
So,
dude, I didn't get that.
yeah,
Oh
that's,
shit, that's good actually.
yeah,
That is true.
it's so cool,
Interesting.
man. So much detail
Mm,
that they're,
there is a lot of details actually.
oh,
Hmm.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm,
So another thing too that's dope, right? To
mhm,
to go back to that same day. Great. Dad comes back. It's cool. Um now the dog. You know
mm,
how people say, I guess not even people say, I guess dogs are just intuitive as like animals. Babies are that way too. How like a dog or a baby, because like they're innocent, a baby's innocent, therefore they're able to like detect just I'd say like evil or like negativity. Like you'd see like a baby will not like to be on a person that's bad. Like just
mhm,
they'll just get that like intuition. The dog too. How the dog like left the house and she was like dragging the dog and like it refused to like move forward to go back in.
right.
Even as she's leaving, when she's leaving prior, and how dog's looking at the grandmother. I think that's who she was. It's like his the dog's face is like tilted, like something's fucking
Yeah.
wrong here.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's
Yeah.
so true. Like this is done for the show,
Mm,
but at the same time, that's real life actually. Like they would be able to tell if something's wrong.
mm,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. And to, I loved how they showed the grandma. Like, it was basically like Sarah was going over to her neighbor's house to like help bake cookies or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at one point, she's in the living room where the grandma is, and she's looking for CDs or whatever. And then it's like the grandma is just out of view. She's blurred, so you can't really see her
Yeah.
face in crystal clear clarity. And then you just see her mouth open slowly, and then she kind of like twitches, and then you have the
Yeah.
really creepy music just building. That happens a lot
Oh,
in the first like half of the episode. This ominous music slowly builds. I just it was so, at least for me, it kind of shook me a little bit because it kind of
honestly,
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. It kind of, dude. I'm gonna echo your sentiments. Felt the same exact way. But yeah.
Yeah, like I, it kind of feels like it simulates that feeling in real life where something catches you off guard and it's like a little creepy. You know what I mean? Like in your peripherals, something might happen that kind of sets you off a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's like a delay in your awareness of it.
Yeah, for your senses to pick it up. Yeah, but it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally, yeah, literally like kind of the same way. For me, like, cause I'm going into this like blind. You probably
Mhm.
already knew that's not how a girl's dying. But I was like, oh my goodness, if this lady gets up, I was like, this lady's about to get up. I was like, turn around. I was like, turn around.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, Sarah. Oh no, that was nicely done, and the fact that it's blurred out, like it
Mhm.
doesn't leave much to the like imagination. We can see it, but because it's blurry, it makes you pay so much more attention to it. It's like ah,
Mm.
it's like mm, that's done so well. Like it's one thing to not show something at all, to leave it to the mind of the viewers to think, okay, this is what happened to her, but to only show it but blur it out,
Right.
that draws even more attention to that, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
nicely done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally agree. Fantastic
nah, dude,
choice.
there's crazy shit, crazy actually. Um, but yeah, that was mm, wow, her death, that was actually crazy. But another thing too, man, like great. She leaves the house. The dad come and rescue her. I get that, but she said what I thought was going to happen at that time as they're driving, when they're
Mhm.
fleeing,
Mhm.
when it's because the lady's been going to the city a lot. I thought where she went to get the watch, I thought that was a city. I was like, holy shit, is she infected? And she even asked, she's like, are we infected? Then
Mhm.
my mind was just racing with these thoughts. But of course it didn't lead to that point. So, but still, yeah, how they're like a bunch of other people doing the same thing. Like they pass this family and he's like, we got a kid too. Dude, Joel
Yeah.
is like so rigid, but at the same time, I guess you kind of have to be, if that bumper sticker is correct, that this guy served in the army, and if this guy's a single father, the guy's working construction, that literally,
So I think that was Tommy's truck, right? I'm pretty sure Tommy is the one who worked in the
honestly,
army.
Tommy's the one that was driving. That's actually true. I don't know actually, but that was Tommy's truck. You are correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were just passengers on it. Um, if that's the case, then yeah, that's the case. But it just is just his character. It's like the dude's number one thing is just protect his like his daughter. Like,
Mhm.
damn. And the car flipped. And that whole scene, man. Like, she's driving forward. No, not reverse. Drive back. It's like, go
Yeah.
here. Go there. Oh.
And as someone, oh shit, got the alarm. As someone who played the games, that's exactly how it happened in the game. Like, cause you had like this first person perspective where you're in the car and you're just kind of following the chaos as as the characters are driving.
Mm-hmm.
So the way they replicated that in the show was beautiful because it was almost like
Mm.
one continuous shot and the camera was in the car with them,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
made everything
Uh-huh.
that much more intense. And then of course
That's
the
true.
beautiful music. The more panicked things become, the more chaotic the
Yeah.
music got. It got my heart racing because I felt like I
I
was in the goddamn
was
movie.
there.
Yeah, I was there, dude. I was
No,
gonna get there.
it was, yeah. it was nah the production or cinematography or whoever the people is that are involved with these kind of things. No, they literally pitched. It was parallel to the action. It was the intensity. No, I literally matched it because that would have literally been like a turn off if the soundtrack for that moment was not like matching how freaking like yo this is like crazy. Like these people are just running for their lives and there are people
Mm,
infected all around them.
right.
Damn. But at the same time, you can tell that Tommy's more of a sensible kind of person because he's like, dude, I can't run them over. You know, it's like, just get out of here, Tommy. He's like, dude, no, but they're people or something. It's like,
Mm.
this use like survival mode, man. I gotta get you and my daughter. Like, we'll just take this road. We'll just drive to Mexico or wherever it is we can get to.
That's
It's
true.
like, oh,
That's a good point. I never saw the scene from that angle. But yeah, Tommy is a lot more calm, cool, and collected.
mm,
Joel is a lot more desperate. But like you said, right? Joel has his daughter that
it's
influences his
true.
emotions in that situation.
Yeah,
But then at the same time, I would think that Tommy has some kind of mental resilience that he got from being in like the military, for example.
obviously, dude. This is the second time you mentioned this. You play the game, so did I get this wrong? Did Tommy's the one from the military?
No, no, no. I'm
It's
just
fine.
I don't know. I think he is. I think he is. But
Then,
but
bro. All
it
right. So
makes
Joel
sense
was
though, right?
just honestly, yeah. Because what does the military teach you? Well, what do I've never been. So apparently, discipline and is one of the big things, and I guess level-headedness.
Okay.
If that's the noun for the adjective level-headed. But yeah, sure. I guess it would. But at the same time, from what we're seeing, soldiers who comes back normally are like because of the shit they've seen, because of the PTSD, they're not able to be that calm and collected. But that's for a whole different conversation. But sure, I guess in some ways, yeah, Tommy can literally fit into the description of a former soldier.
Right.
Um, damn. Honestly, dude, do you think another thing too, right? Since we're staying on that car scene, it's just a freaking car that ambushed them. Like, why did they have to split up? I'm so confused. Why could like I saw the scene, I even paused it. I'm like, okay, there's a bigger police car that just hit your car. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy can literally just walk around. Or maybe I need to rewatch
Mm,
this because I don't want to get this wrong. I was like, dude, just go that way, then I'll see you on the other side or something. I'm like other side, bro. It's it's
well,
a car.
well, the cars were definitely blocking the entry to the alleyway, so he couldn't go to the
Correct.
left or right. So then the only other way would be to go up, but the fire was quickly spreading. So
Right.
climbing up, it could have been, it could just be that we need to infer that that's a dangerous route. Because I don't know if cars would
Understood.
explode in that kind of scenario. Uh,
No, it's a good point. Valid. Valid.
but
No, that's
yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah.
Do you think before I ask if you think right, the next scene they're getting chased? Like holy shit, man! Like these fungi are freaking that take over. They just give you extra speed. Like I've never seen zombies run this fast. Well, another thing too, they're not dead. The guy made sure to say that in the the talk show host back in the 1960s, and he's like, you know, they just slowly eat you, but keep you their host alive, like just enough until they just fully take over. Like they replace their shell, they replace their flesh. These are humans that just got infected, so they're still in that like not fully dead state,
Right.
but they're so much faster. Like this guy chased my boy, man. I was like, damn.
Right. And one thing, and this isn't me, this is the, creative directors of the show and actors as well. They make it a point to emphasize that these are not zombies, these are people that are infected. Because
Okay.
zombies, they that conjures up certain types of imagery that um it kind of messes with the nuances of what they're kind of playing with when it comes to the infected. So, but
Which makes sense. I understand. But at the same time, Christian, when you think like infection, that's like a downer. It's something that makes you weaker.
I hate to break it to you, Pierre, but this show, it's It's not a.
No, I'm not, I have nothing. I have nothing wrong with that, dude. I freaking love it. Like, this is not a critic where I'm not trying to get canceled from The Last of Us freaking fans. I was shocked. I'm like, hey, that's new. I'm like, 'Cause I thought literally they'd be slurred, walk slower, but great, they're fast. It is what it is, dude. I'm all here for it. This is not. This is just me paying attention to details, unfortunately. But it was dope. That chase scene was intense. Like, oh man. And thank God it wasn't a straight. It wasn't a straight freaking race because my boy would have lost. It's all these corners because the infected person was just running so fast.
Mm.
They just kept tripping.
uh,
But yo, I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I was like, oh my goodness.
yeah, that was a great scene because that whoever the stunt actor is for that infected, surely they walked away with a few bruises after that because they rammed into those trays and they were jumping
Yeah.
across aisles onto the seats and they were they were giving it their all.
Mm. Dude, do you think the soldier was instructed to shoot only because of the infected ankle? I guess there was blood because or just because they're coming from that area anyway. Like the girl because she was injured.
So the ankle, she wasn't infected. That was just like she got injured, like her ankle was
No,
broken.
no, no, she wasn't. I'm saying, do you think he was only instructed to shoot her once he told his superior through the headpiece? It's just two people, one is injured. Do you think that was the reason, or solely because they're coming from that area with infected people anyway?
Oh no,
It already
definitely,
happened. She died. Yeah, but I
definitely.
was just wondering. I'm like, if that was if it was two normal people just walking, running towards them, would they have been taken into rescue? But just because, damn, you're injured, shit, you probably was bitten, or we can't take the risk. That was all that was just running through my head.
Yeah, so the wording, I forget if he said the girl's leg is injured or um if he just mentioned the fact that there's two civilians on the outer
Okay.
perimeter. But yeah, either way, I mean, because if you're a soldier in that situation, you know a
Mm-hmm.
town was just completely overrun by a whole bunch of
Yeah.
infected. You see this man holding what looks to be maybe his daughter, and
Hmm.
her leg is injured.
Right.
You probably, as a soldier, he probably didn't want to take, or not as a soldier, as the person commanding the soldier, he probably didn't want to take the risk.
Correct. That's yes, because there was literally like he said I'm sorry for even shot the guy. Yeah, he didn't want to do this because yeah, it's one thing to deal with this thing through like a mic. It's another to be face to face with a father carrying their daughter. It's like
Right.
damn, like I want to gamble on the fact that this man might not be infected. But we might be like reading way too much into this. Like
No, no,
homeboy just
no,
was
no.
said,
That's the every piece of dialogue, every scene in this show is incredibly intentional. So
yeah,
there's never too much to dissect, I don't think. What was that?
dude. And then of course Tommy comes back, but
Mm,
just a bit too late. Tommy got to shoot the guy, so that was dope. But damn,
yeah.
damn, man, Sarah died. Oh my goodness, that scene. He's like, "No, baby, I know it hurts. I know it hurts, baby." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not even a dad. Like,
Right.
oh my goodness.
Right.
He's
And
like, "I know it
I've,
hurts. I know it hurts."
like I played the game a shit ton of times, right? So I knew this was gonna happen. Um,
Of course.
but it, when it happened in the show, I was visibly wincing and trying to like turn my head away as it was happening because they acted their fucking hearts out, man.
Like knowing
the
you, that's such a visceral like
Yeah,
freaking description. I can see you actually. Just,
yeah.
I can't watch this.
And then the sounds, the look of fear in Sarah's eyes, the desperation in
Oh.
Joel's voice. There's oh man, there's because I like I mentioned earlier, I listen to so many podcasts about The Last of Us, right?
Mhm.
Um, there was one podcast where Neil Druckmann, the creative director uh, of the game, was talking to the actor for Joel in the games. His name is Troy Baker, and they were basically going talking about how difficult it was to shoot that scene with Joel and his daughter dying. And Neil Druckmann, one of the pieces of advice that he gave to Troy is because Troy was well, I don't want to get too much into the details of that, but basically Neil said that um, Joel needs to go through a series of phases of emotions within like a couple seconds. So I think he has to um he goes through like these phases of like uh my daughter is injured. I can
Yeah.
fix this. Um it's not working. She's gone. No, I'm butchering it completely. But
No, but
basically,
he did
yeah, like basically Joel has to go through an incredible amount of emotion.
in like a minute. Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Right. And the actor has
which he
to
did.
embody that. And it's such a
He did.
difficult, nuanced thing to do
And
that,
getting out of one stage to into another, yeah, and for that to be like,
yeah,
it's true.
like emotional states, going from one to another. It's
Um, a
incredible job.
nice example of this was, have you ever seen Get Out? If you've seen Get Out,
Yeah, yeah. I've seen that's with
Key and Peele, the
right.
freaking
Mm-hmm.
crazy deeper layer shit star. Yeah. So another good example of that is how the girl's face changed when the guy's asking for the keys and she's looking for it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's the keys? Where are the keys?" Like, "Take bitch, the keys right here." I was like, "Oh shit!" But that's more of a drastic thing. But his is just like, "Yeah, I can fix this." Like, no, just stay still. I carry you. He's like, "Oh shit, it's not working." And then the freaking brother breaks it. He's like, "She's gone." Like, and he's like, "No, no, no." Like, damn. It's like Tommy's like, "Yeah, man, there's nothing you can do, Joel." It's like, oh,
Mm.
she tried like lifting her. It's like, no, 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 baby, you're not doing it. You give like give me your leg. I was like, oh, bro,
Such an
I can't.
incredible job, man. Uh,
This man, this man, this man have had big roles actually, man. This is like Mandalorian. This is Game of Thrones from House Tyrell,
mm,
I think. Yeah, yeah, that's where Homeboy came from. Um, yeah, he was in Wonder Woman 2. He was a bad guy in that.
no
He's a
shot.
pretty good actor, actually. Yeah, like Homeboy's been picking up a lot of work lately, which is good. Happy for him. But yeah, that
Mm.
scene was crazy. And then they kicked 20 years.
20 years. Was that a gut punch for you? Because it was for me when I played the games for the first time. It's like,
What do you
Jesus,
mean?
we're going 20 years into the future?
Well, it's the present. We're in 2023. Um
Mm.
I yeah. Also, ooh, because you watched this too, bro. Ooh, you know what this reminded me of, bro?
What?
It reminded me of how the world looked like in C. Oh my goodness,
Insane.
dude. Everything's like apart because these people are infected. So therefore, like buildings have collapsed. It's all a fucking wasteland. This looked like C, man. Jason
Well,
Momoa, C. The people that are blind.
yeah.
Iowa Kofun. Fucking
Yes, of course, of course. I mean,
oh,
did I don't
or Resident
remember
Evil.
Resident Evil. Wait, are you talking specifically about like the buildings, the way that it was like
The
toppled over?
the way Boston looked, yeah. The
Okay.
buildings and just a wasteland and it's just
Post-apocalyptic.
it's dirty, post-apocalyptic. Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, dude, this is just like see. But shit. Oof. Okay. So that kid, right? Kid is walking. They bring the kid in. Kid fails the test.
By the
The
way,
girl.
real quick before
Yeah.
just before you get to that point, I loved how you saw how the kids' shoes were taped.
No. What is that?
Yeah, like they
He's
have.
like he's been.
Well, it's
Hmm.
just like showing that realistically in that kind of world, your shoes. you're walking all the time, the soles most likely are going to rip apart. So,
Because you're constantly fleeing to get to a better location
right. So you need
of
to
none
tape it.
infested folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love it. I love it, man. Look,
Hmm.
oh shit, we could make such great detectives.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh, dude, those are big details, man. That is true because he's walking a lot. And homeboy looked tired. Homeboy came from a fucking hike, and he was he dropped dead. Actually, he freaking passed out,
Yeah, he did.
dude. And then when he didn't make it, the lady, that scene stuck out so much to me. It's
Mhm.
like the lady's like, because I'm assuming this is a girl, this is a woman. Who's probably had children, or probably has children. Like not being able to throw that dead body in the fire. But Joel doing that effortlessly, oh, just
Yeah.
shows a man who's broken, bro. There's no
Yeah.
return for this man. Oh, like, yo.
And the contrast too, because
Oh my
not
goodness.
not too far before, or like a couple minutes before, maybe he was holding Sarah, in probably the same exact way. So
No, but that's the thing. That's 20 years later, man. Sarah was Joel's
yeah,
freaking
but
life. Like Joel's just Joel reminded me of Frank Castle, bro. I was like, oh my goodness. Like a man who's just done, bro. It was freaking oh Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah. Nah,
yeah.
I'm assuming you already know this. Comparisons are gonna be coming. Like if it's me, because I've seen so many other shows.
No,
but,
no, no, yeah,
but yeah.
no, makes
I was
sense.
like, yo, this is Frank. This is a man who's just gone, who's just freaking, who's basically just half dead. My boy's infected in the heart. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Oh, he
it's
just picks the kid up and just throw him in the fire, man. Like, damn.
mm,
Another thing too, this gave me some strong Hunger Games vibe. Like
Hunger Games.
the yeah, like the living situation where they're like they're not prisoners, of course, but it's like a commune in a way. Like, sure, the Fedra, what they call like the cops, the armored people that are in there, that's their region. Like these people are workers. That's true, but at the same time, it's another representation of what's left of society, but still being run in the same way, like they're the lower class. Like in Time with Justin Timberlake, basically like the ghetto, how like he's clocking in every day, like oh that's half what my pay was. I need more to because my clock's running out. I'm gonna die. It's like. Do you have any more work? Oh, we're gonna do this tomorrow. It's like, great. I guess you can sign me up for that. It's like it's although these people are running from people that are infected, but just to show you how human nature works, they're still able to recreate that thing. Because they could just be like, you've seen Bird Box, right?
Yeah, I read the book too.
People, of
Well,
course you did. Of
actually,
course you did.
yeah, I didn't. I didn't watch. I didn't finish the movie because.
Ah, Christian, disappoint me.
No,
It's a
but the
stab
book,
in the
dude.
heart.
I read the source material.
It didn't do it justice too, probably. In
Whoa,
Bird
whoa.
Box,
The book. You
no, say
mean?
probably. If the movie didn't do the book justice also probably is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It probably didn't.
No. I,
Like I don't. I don't really read like that, but still, it probably didn't. But if it didn't, what I was getting to is in Bird Box, it's like a safe haven where the people get to that are not infected.
mhm.
But in this show, where people escape getting the infected people to be protected somewhere, like they turn that into like a factory, like a fucking Amazon factory. Great, you're here, you're safe, that's great, but you're working. It's like it's just shit. And then
Yeah.
Fedra like gun is just everywhere, bro. We're doing patrol. Like it was kind of cool to see. Like they recreated that ecosystem because Joel already had like was living like a semi-menial life because dude was honestly, this is not a shot at construction workers. They make a lot of money just from some of them. It's just from looking at Joel from that first scene in 2003. This is a man who's getting up tired, doesn't get time to spend with his daughter. This is a working class man. He's just constantly working. But to see that he's here in this apocalyptic freaking like 2023, it's been 20 years since this freaking virus has been infecting and just host just getting into billions and millions of people, probably billions at this point. I'm only in episode 1. But yeah, it's like they recreated that inside that little freaking combine. Like, you got workers who escape for their lives, but they're still like working. It's like
Mhm.
to earn money to live.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
I don't know
no,
if I'm doing this justice.
definitely, definitely. I don't want to. They definitely explore what it means to be, because this, I guess, quote unquote, government that is running things
Mm-hmm.
is they're called Fedra, right?
Correct. Yeah,
So
Fedra.
they explore the idea of Fedra and what that looks like in this universe. And I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
bring anything up because it might spoil you.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, that just that little like scene of just him working, like him like doing just a little bargain with the freaking one of the guards. Um, right, the dude paid him. He gave the dude drugs. Apparently, they all, everything that comes from Atlanta is only bullets or pills, drugs. And he made like a joke. He was like, "Yeah, you probably need the drugs to stomach all the fucking people you're killing or whatnot." He's like, "Oh, that's funny." I was like,
Mm,
"Damn." And then just later to find out that he's using the cigarettes that he was given was to give to this guy who, from the little thing that I saw, is people that are trying to reach out, the people that they have that's out there.
right.
So I guess through a radio or whatnot, and he's looking for Tommy.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and that was pretty cool actually. Like seeing that a line of people, there's all these people still have hope that their loved ones that are out there they can come back, or like trying to make contact to get them where they are.
Mhm.
Um, that was pretty nice. There was several other scenes throughout this scene too, like his girl, dude, his girl. Actually, let me so I know if I'm getting this right or wrong. Have you ever seen that 70 show? That 70 show?
Um, I saw, yeah. I think I know where you're going with this actually. But yeah, I did see it.
Oh, dude, I thought this was Donna.
Yeah,
Like,
the actor,
like
right?
literally. Oh my goodness. I was like,
I
is that
I
homegirl? Girl,
don't.
but it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Have you ever seen Fringe
No, it's
before?
not. Fringe?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. She was. That's a really fucking good show. She was on that. Um,
Hmm.
but
I added to the list, dude. If you say it's good, then it must have been good.
yeah, you would like
90% on Rotten Tomato, bro. All right,
it.
fuck it.
I'm
I'll
telling
watch Fringe if it's
you. I'm telling you, man.
90%.
You would
But
enjoy
yeah,
that.
it's oh, dude, I watch Billions. Of course, I'll enjoy Fringe if if it says. Oh, another thing too, man. This well, we can't. We're jumping ahead here because we're gonna get into like the show us that little girl. It's again the leader of the Fireflies is called that little girl, the
Ellie,
Fireflies,
Ellie. Yeah.
Ellie. So when I saw that Fireflies, right, this little like they're not terrorists. She made sure to emphasize on that. We're just trying to get people to have like freedom to get out under the grip of Fedra.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I thought of, man? Altered carbon, like the Kellist. Kel, the lady who first invented the stacks to allow these fucking rich folks to keep living forever and ever and shit. That the stacks was never meant for that. So therefore, the Kellis started this little rebellion to go against these people. Dude, I literally pictured that. I was like Fedra Fireflies, the Kellist, and I don't know the names of these rich folks that they gave him. I can't remember. Or even like
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, there's like fucking the Empire, the New Order going against like a small group, like the Jedi's and whatnot. It's like it's that was pretty nice actually. They even called her the new like Che Guevara. I was like, ooh, that's so dope because that was like that was a revolutionist. He's like that was one of the guys that had the quote, "I'd rather freaking rather die standing up than live on my knees" or something like that. So that was pretty nice actually. So
Mm-hmm.
there's this rebel group that's trying to freaking dismantle or freaking save their people to bring them to freedom out of the grip of Fedra.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty nice actually.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too, man. Fuck, I'm all over this episode. It's weird that she started counting in her head. Like, I'm fast forwarding very far out right now, actually. On the same episode one still, because that's all I've seen. That when the girl's about to come in, she's like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like she's losing. the memory of counting, that's a whole different thing. Actually, it might not even be
Um,
that.
yeah, I don't think it was that. I think it's just
Okay,
yeah, like usually they have somebody come in and tell her to count from 1 to 10, and she's just being like
correct.
really sarcastic, like, "Oh, here we go again. Someone's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah." I think that's what it is. More so, she's
Okay,
just
okay,
annoyed by it.
okay. Dude, and she's really quick to talk about like what was one girl's what was his daughter's name? Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, but Ellie's like the way she put the pieces together, it's like, wait, are you my mom? Like it's like you're someone that's I don't know what the lady said, and her answer to that is like, are you supposed to be my mom? I was like, damn, I don't remember what the lady told her.
Yeah, I
But it
think
was like the way she put that together to ask that question.
yeah, I mean, I think it was Ellie said something like someone put me
Marlene,
here intentionally, and then Marlene was like, uh
she's like, yeah, I
I
put you
forgot.
here.
Yeah, something like that,
Right.
and then she said
And
Ellie. Like, well, because Ellie was using like a fake name, I think Veronica.
right.
So Marlene calling out the fact that her name was Ellie made Ellie be like, "Well, what are you, my fucking mom or something?"
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. Ellie is
The-
she is quick with it, even with
no,
the
that was
like the '80s stuff later on. But we didn't get to that yet.
pretty cool actually. Dude, and the lady, oh my goodness. All right, we're jumping. All right, this need to be
We need
cohesive
to
actually. We're staying in the
reel it back
episode
in.
still. Yeah, but it's I'm jumping all over this episode. That little scene, right? Like she's getting beaten up. It's post beat up. She's like, I
Mm,
get it. You stole my shit. I still already. I'm not gonna tell Joel. It's like, like that's such a nice
Jesus.
way to get out of a situation that is not even advantageous to you. It's like 3 against 1, two guys behind you and the guy, but she's aware that the guy is afraid of Joel. But to play that in that way to get out of that situation, like, listen, man, it is what it is, bro. You stole from me. It is fine. And the guy's like, but what is your husband going to say? Well, not husband. I don't know if they're married. Like, what is Joel going to say? He's like, listen, man, it's fine. Shit like this happen all the time. Let me fucking go. Are we good here? It's almost like she took control. Dude, I've never seen a hostage like be so like the authority. Like, okay, great. Are we done here? Like, oh, can I go now? Like, I was like, damn,
Yeah, she
that's such a
spoke with
crazy
confidence.
role reversal.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like, holy shit. Or even telling him about the plan. I'm about to tell you something. I need you to chill the fuck out. The battery was stolen. Chill the fuck out, but we're gonna get it back. Dude, she's like the voice of reason for him because he's fucking unhinged. This dude's been fucking first, the man is soulless. He doesn't have a daughter. Like even that I'd say religious guy that approached him who was about to tell him something about his soul or the light. And he's like, if you tell me that shit, I swear to fucking God, like I will fucking punch you or some shit. It's like this is a man that's impulsive, even I'd say. I've not seen enough. That's just I would just say that's just an assumption from the little details I've gathered. There's a whole 8 more episodes. This is 9, right? There's 8 episodes to go or something,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm.
I was like, dude, she's like, calm down. We're gonna get the battery back. We're gonna do this. We need to scatter around town, find out where that fucker is. Then we're gonna get him and get Tommy. But I need you to be calm. I was like, yo, that's so cool. I was like, you need a girl like that. I was like, damn. I really like that. I thoroughly enjoy that. I was like, wow, like she is so level headed. That's like his foil, bro. That's his opposite. They make a good
Mm.
team.
Yeah, they drop a lot of hints about Joel's reputation. Like, I know this is jumping into the future again, but it's a great example. Like when Marlene was, when Joel encountered Marlene in that hallway, and then she was like, I was gonna go to the Capitol building with like a whole squadron, but I don't have them anymore. I just have you. But I know what you're capable of. So do
Mm-hmm.
this for me. And it's like, that's
Yeah.
saying a lot. She basically just said, "You're as
Yeah.
strong as an entire squadron of people."
Yeah. You're
So,
equivalent to that.
yeah, yeah,
Frank Castle, bro. This man is Frank Castle.
right.
Oh, this is the Punisher, bro.
And then also the guard that he was selling pills to. That conversation, I think you briefly mentioned it, but he was like something about Fedra manufacturing a bunch of pills, and
Mm-hmm.
I think the guard was no, Joel was like I guess the more you kill, the harder. It is to sleep, something like that. And then the
And the
guard
guy said
was
you'd
like,
know about that?
"Yeah." He was like, oh, you guess, huh?"
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they
Me
drop a
too.
lot of hints about how fucking
Nah, this man's
crazy
a
this game
militia, bro.
is.
This man's an Avenger.
Yeah, and
Did this man do Marvel? No, no, just Star Wars. But still, hmm.
yeah, and you know what's
You were gonna say
interesting?
something?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in the game, right? Uh this isn't a spoiler. It's just kind of comparing what they did to Joel. But in the game, you play out a very ruthless Joel. Like you're killing people. Like the point that the show is at right now, in the game, Joel probably killed like how many people to get to that point? Like at maybe like close to 15 or 20 people.
Okay. Do they fast forward in the game too, 20 years, or did it take you at a slow progression to get to 2023?
Yeah, they fast forward in 20 years in the game too. But
Okay.
from the point of fast forwarding to the point where they find out that Ellie um, is infected, Joel has
Hmm.
killed you playing as Joel have killed scores of people already.
Mm.
So, but in the show, they kind of they opted to just sort of tell you that he's a badass rather than show you, at
Which
least early
is,
on.
oh my goodness, dude. There's something about that when done well, when picked up by viewers or like watchers of these shows, because it's great because that's exactly what the author is trying to show without showing. Like that can be like so pungent. It's like it's um like no, this is too dark. This is actually way too dark.
Mm,
It's a comparison, of course, but it's like it's no, I don't even want to. Yeah, but that's crazy. That's done very well. That's done actually very well. It's nice and it shows you what the person like is, but without showing you, just from other people's testimonies and other comments, like something like that. Like I could have this, but this I have you, and I know what you're capable of. It's
mm.
like damn, it's it's crazy.
Yeah,
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it anyway.
yeah, go for it.
Listen, the comparison, dude. Sleepers. Oh my goodness. Freaking young Brad Pitt and whoever else it is. Like some Italian kids that did some fucked up prank that end up fucking in this correction facility place for like young boys and they get freaking molested, bro. But they don't show you it. They don't show you
Mm,
it. But he tells it, damn, like to convince freaking Robert De Niro to help him testify. Like he tells him what he went through, and you're freaking imagining it. Like they show you the hallway that the guards take them in, bro. It's just like some shit is just, but this is a whole dark. Like this is literally the complete opposite, same thing, but way too dark of a comparison. But it's like that. Like you're able to just picture it, us the viewers in our mind. Like, damn, they're really saying all that about this man. Like shit.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
like what did
sometimes,
this dude do?
yeah, I mean, like sometimes things left to the imagination are a lot scarier than actually showing it,
Right.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Because if the author presents it in front of you, it might not be that bad.
yeah,
But
right.
because you're left wondering, it's like you can go to extreme lengths in your head.
You know,
This is why I was so freaking. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go, bro.
it's just I remember. Have you ever read Gerald's Game by Stephen King?
Oh my goodness. No, but I saw the trailer for the movie. Is that the wife and the husband that he dies but handcuffed to her? Is that it?
Yeah, yeah, like they were doing some like sexual role play, and
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
she was chained to the bed.
Yep.
Um, you care if I spoil something that happens in the book?
Dude, you know me in spoilers. I'm still gonna watch it. That was on the list, but it left 91%, bro. Yeah, that's definitely going back on my list. Sure, go ahead, man. I don't care.
So there's a scene in the book where the wife has been tied to the bed for a long time at this point, and it gets dark. And I think she was like sleeping for a period of time, and then she woke up. I could be wrong about that, but basically, it's really dark. She's tied to the bed, and then she looks to the corner of the room, and she could swear that she sees like a man there or like a person there, and they're just kind of like uh I think they're like hunched over, and they're just she it looks like they're just standing there, but she doesn't know if it's like an actual person or if her mind is making her think like a coat rack is a person, you know what I mean?
Right.
So her imagination, the it just keeps running wild with like, oh, is this actually a person, is this not a person? And uh by the end, I think it ends up actually being a person
Oh shit.
that's standing there.
This is on Netflix.
I
Damn.
hope I'm getting this right. I could be remembering this completely wrong, but I know
I'll watch
that's
this.
the essence of the idea. It's like she sees something, she's trying to figure out if it's real or not, and then it ends up being real. But
Yeah,
it's just the reason I brought that up is just the your mind when it's in that state of just wondering about something that could be horrific, it could be a lot scarier if you're just trying to
that is true.
picture what it is and what's happening. I don't know if
Yeah,
that comparison made sense, but yeah,
it made perfect sense.
yeah.
Totally get it.
But
Man, mm, mm. What else happens in this episode, right?
mm,
Yes, he finds the girl. Great. She tells Ellie a secret. Marlene tells Ellie and's like, yeah, don't tell anyone this. And she goes with Joel and what's the girl's name? The
Tess,
girl that's with Joel.
Tess.
Tess?
Hmm.
Okay. Tess. Um what are some other details I'm missing from this episode? Uh
There's one detail that I thought was pretty cool. It's very minor, but just the fact that they thought of it again deserves some kudos. When Ellie had her hands, they were cuffed. Um, if you looked at the handcuffs, it was wrapped in like a cloth or like some kind of wrap around it.
mm,
Um, I thought it was cool because it's like they did that so that Ellie's
she
wrists
wouldn't.
don't chafe.
Yeah.
Really
That's
small
literally shows
detail.
you that's that's not really that's someone that's being held hostage, but not like someone you also want to take care of. Not take care
Yeah,
of, someone you want to be comfortably in this hostage situation. Someone you care about their freaking wellness. Yeah, that's actually that's a nice touch actually.
hmm
Damn.
hmm
Also, she flinched when homegirl came with the key. Ooh, okay, that's because of how she's been freaking raised. Because they dropped her off of Fedra. Fedra fucking brainwashed this girl. Because to now she looks at butterflies, fireflies as terrorists.
Um,
Oh
that could be one way of looking at it. Yeah, it could also just be
no,
that
she said
she's like afraid in general, and she's just
that
like
too. Because they
startled.
did kidnap. They did freaking yeah. Because to her, those are my captors. Yeah, that might make sense too. Actually, nah, but at the same time that makes sense. But dude, she was raised there. So there's no way that her image of these people, what she was taught of these people, could have been one that's positive, since these people were trying to take down Fedra. It's like brainwashes is harsh, but for example, look at the girl. Once the girl walked out, she's like, "I'm not with the Fireflies. I'm not with the Fireflies." Just. So I'm assuming anyone that's with Fedra knows the Fireflies are batshit crazy. Stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be reading a lot into that one. But still, yeah, it was pretty dope actually. She got to go in hiding, dude. As they're waiting, right? They're waiting to leave, and she just passed by him and said, "Your watch is broken." By the way, I'm like, damn. Oh my, not the watch. Oh my, oh man, it's she's not even aware of what she just said. Oh, because she's a kid, bro. She's a kid. Even any adult would have said that too, bro. Your watch is broken. But the significance, man, his daughter gave him that. It was already broken, and she fixed it.
Right, right. Uh-huh.
Oh my
It's an
goodness.
important moment for sure.
Song that's playing. He got
Mm.
up. He's like a song was playing. What song was it that she told him? I don't remember.
That
Um,
she told him.
she said a song was playing, and he said which song, and she told him the title. I think I can't remember the lyrics. It's a famous song actually.
Oh, she was.
And she's like, oh,
Yeah, Yeah, she was like not joking, but she was kind of tricking him.
Oh,
Episode.
and then she was like, "I get it. The code 80s is for broken, or 80s is for
Trouble.
I don't remember the saying, trouble. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because she was trying to see what would be his reaction, like if I said an '80s song, and he was like, "Oh shit,"
Mm.
and then she was like, "Ha, that
Ah.
means '80s is bad."
Yo, this girl, dude, this girl's always been like this, man. Damn. Game of Thrones, her? Oh my goodness, bro. She's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know this, right?
Mhm.
Dude, Jon Snow's freaking rallying people to go fight these freaking this army of the dead. And this girl had the audacity to tell my boy, I'll give you, I think 7 men. I'll give you 7 men, or I'll give you 13 men. And he's like, okay, well, thank you. I'll take that. It's like, oh, this girl had a whole freaking tribe of people like answering to her. Like, and she was way younger. This is like the Game of Thrones episode was definitely like 3, 4. Has it been that long? Like, regardless, just that. Oh, like her characters always had that freaking
Boldness.
like it's boldness, man. She killed a dragon, bro. Like as she's dying, freaking like pierce it,
Really?
bro, with that dragon glass. Yeah, literally, she killed a dragon.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wait, fuck, was it a dragon or an elephant? I don't remember. She killed a very significant creature that joined a very tall creature. I don't know why that's just a blur in my mind now. But yeah, she killed someone big. I think she killed a dragon. Literally,
Mhm.
as she's getting crushed in one hand, she freaking stabbed dragon in the eye. Hopefully it was a dragon. If not, I'll be
Jeez.
so upset. But yeah, it's like, it's just, she's bold, man. Damn. Oh, and then they're trying to escape. Oh my goodness, dude. The same guard, bro. My boy's like, I'll give you half of it. I'll give you all of it. Like, oh. And then that scene, because my boy's still grieving. Or I don't
Mhm.
know if it's grief or he just has not moved on. Or that still like lingers. Because the last time he was in a position with someone pointing a gun at him with someone that he was told to protect. Because that lady Marlene just told him, hey yo, I need you to protect this one for me. And because he was
Mhm.
not able to do that for his daughter, my boy just charged and pictured the man that shot, bro. Dude,
Mhm.
I can't. Like, yo, crazy, man. He beat this man to death.
And then also it goes to show you that the wound that he got from Sarah dying is still
Mm,
pretty raw, still
mm-mm.
pretty fresh. And
Yeah.
then when he's sleeping,
Hey.
because I think twice in that episode he fell asleep, and both times you can hear like he's dreaming about that moment with Sarah when she
Yeah.
died. So
Yeah.
he has not healed from that at all.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Very sad shit. No, that is very true. Which, dude, we're not parents, but dude, if I was to lose like my kid, my only kid, fuck it. If I've had three, I lost one. Like that's so there's the Lovely Bones, another fucking movie. It's heart wrenching with Mark Wahlberg. It's like yeah, it's like the narrator then said that. What do you call a parent who's lost a kid? Like a kid is an orphan, a wife or husband is a widow or widower, but there's no name for that. It was just for her to freaking like put emphasis on the depth of like the trauma and the pain, and it's like anonymous, just like that doesn't even have a like it's like there's no word to quantify to come close to what that does to someone who's a parent. And oh my
Mm.
goodness, bro, he embodies that so fucking well. Frank Castle too, bro. Oh, Frank Castle, I can't. Oh shit. No, dude, it's sick. It's freaking sick. Oh my goodness, he beat this guy to death, and then mm, it's like Joel, she's infected.
Mm.
She's
Yeah.
infected. She's like, no, and she said, "I'm not infected. I told you. I've had this for 3 weeks." And then I
Right.
freaking,
Yeah.
because of course, I flip back to when they found that dude, that little kid, Boston, 2023, when he was reading the charts for your arms. It's
Mm-hmm.
2 to 8 hours for full infection
Yep.
for your limbs. My girl's
Mhm.
had this for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And I was like, that's when I was like, okay, I've not seen this, but homegirl might be carrying some shit in her blood. That's the antidote right there. That's the hope to mankind right there, or some shit. I was like, I don't know. Like maybe like homegirl's fucking like genetically different in a way to slow down or kill the parasite fungus that's freaking spreading through them. Because if it's been in her arm, this is just me. Of course, they will clear this up in the
Mhm.
upcoming episodes. But it's been on her arm for that long. It doesn't look like it's spreading, but it's there. So it's like her cells are able to fucking just kill off that and just keep it contained in one region. I don't know, but I'll see in the next episodes. But holy shit, that was crazy. I was like, damn, that's sick.
Indeed, you will. And then it ends with. I mean, I don't know if you read with subtitles, but uh, at the very end, there's it kind of has like a slow zoom in to the radio, and you hear this song playing in the background,
Hmm.
and it's an '80s song that's playing, and like Ellie deciphered, that means that Bill and Frank, because she mentioned those two names, uh, that means that there's signaling trouble is happening. So
Mm.
that's something to remember as as we move on.
I mean, of course, dude. Look at the region that they walked into. Biohazard from Fedra off limit infested location. The little the place they entered, not place. The I don't know. I can't find the word for this. The last scene when they took Ellie in there, they're running from the Fedra cops is coming in, and they walked into this.
Like
It
zone.
said a zone. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I couldn't find that. Yeah,
Mm.
they walked in the zone. There was a label. It's like it's a biomedical something, an infected zone, pretty much, from what I gathered from that sign.
Mm.
But of course, they're fleeing. Because they're fleeing, they have no time to stop and read and choose. Let's not go there. Let's go here. It's fight or flight. So hopefully, from freaking episode 2, I see some crazy shit that they don't see coming.
Mhm.
Bro, are you supposed to go running, bro? This alarm went off for the second time, man. What's this? Are you timing us?
Your time's up, Pierre. I need you to shush
Oh
now.
shit.
No, but I think fittingly though, I think that's a pretty good place to stop. We covered a lot.
Yeah, no, we've beat down episode 1 as
Yeah.
we freaking always do, bro. Literally, we've never had fucking 40-minute conversation about episodes, like not shows, episodes, man. Shit,
Episodes.
they should hire us.
Oh, they definitely should not.
They really should not. I take that right back from the writers of The Last of Us. Please take no offense to this. Oh, but keep delivering the masterpiece. It's been good. I can't wait to watch the episode 2. Actually,
Yes,
I have a good feeling about this one.
mm, yeah, oh man, they have poured so much love into this show that it is an honor to for me to be able to watch it and re-experience it. So I think that you're gonna love the direction that this goes. Is it?
I mean, dude, you know the kind of shit I'm into, and it fits that. It fits that to a T, dude. Freaking yeah.
Mhm.
If it's mentally stimulating, if it the plot as well, if the details are laid down perfectly, if the freaking uh the dialogues are great, there's no lazy writing, just things that don't make sense that shouldn't be there. Yeah, this looks like it was done well done, like
Mhm.
from episode 1, and I don't see how it can't not get better from there.
Mhm. Hell yeah,
Oh.
man. Hell yeah. So, all right. Uh, thanks for listening, and we will see you in episode 2.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.